Crypto Time now on Business Morning, and we have Laddie Williams. Hey, Laddie.
Hi, Annie. Back to fear.
Back to fear, yeah, obviously, because the dollar is surging again.
Yeah, but it had kind of a little pullback this morning, so I think that's giving some kind of breather.
Okay, that's why we have 20. That's why we have. Yesterday you had 20.
Yeah, it was extreme fear, so it's an improvement. We'll take that, today.
I'll hold my breath.
Yeah, this market is not interesting for now, but let's just make do.
No market is, except the dollar market though. The dollar market is interesting.
Yeah, cash is really safe right now. Let's look at the markets now. Let's see there, 22 points there, fear. Better than what we had yesterday, extreme fear. Let's look at the market cap for the crypto market, showing Bitcoin and the altcoins there, 936.86 billion. That's up about 2.16%. We're seeing an uptick this morning. Volume is down. When volume goes down, it means it's not really convincing what we're seeing in the market at this point. Bitcoin dominance, 39.62%, up about 0.33%. Let's look at the price of Bitcoin this morning now. Let's see that. $19,383. We saw that bounce yesterday after the Bank of England announced buying back, some of those bonds. So the market actually took that well, and we saw the bulls in the crypto market actually get some buying there. $49.89 billion as volume traded in the crypto space there for Bitcoin. Let's look at Ethereum now, the king of the altcoins there. Also got a bounce yesterday at $1,330, but it's down about 0.38% this morning. Volume traded $16.83 billion. Let's go to top alts by market cap. It's still all red though, but they all had bounces yesterday with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we saw all of them get that nice bounce, but we're seeing a pullback this morning. Cardano there, 0.32% down at 43 cents. And we see XRP. XRP is trying to get on that bull run after surging from about 30 cents. And now we're seeing it at 43 cents. Did get to about 50 cents. It's having a pullback. Some bulls believe it's going to continue. Some think the party is over, but we'll see what the XRP army can do at this time. Let's move on now. We see our top 5 gainers there. We see HNT there topping that counter. They did get that partnership with T-Mobile in the U.S. for their telephone network there, and we see that actually surge in price there. We see the traders actually like that news, and you see the price there surging about 10%. So double-digit gain we're seeing for HNT. Then we see SNX. All right, let's bring in Amari Sachet now, eCash creator. Let's have a conversation about what's happening with supply of tokens in the crypto space. Great to have you, Amari. It's been a while.
Hey, great to be here.
Right. So, Amari, we're talking, when you go on CoinMarketCap, you see most of these cryptocurrencies. They all have, supply, different number of supply. We have some with total supply and maximum supply of most of these tokens. And we see eCash there has about 21 trillion tokens. And we see Bitcoin, 21 million. That's all that can be minted. And I'm wondering, how does this supply, play into price action?
The supply itself doesn't change very much of anything. What matters is that the supply is fixed, because when the supply is fixed, you know that the currency cannot be inflated, by various events. We've seen that over the past few years, especially during the COVID times, when they were locked down and everything. Government printed a lot of money to, subsidize the economy to keep going. And now we see high inflation. That's the result, a couple of years later, of the measures that have been taken. So this is not possible in Bitcoin. This is not possible in a variety of, different cryptocurrencies. And so in that sense, that matters quite a bit for people that want to hold long term.
Right. And some would say, 21 trillion is quite a lot of coins there for eCash. Well, what is the advantage of that amount of supply?
It doesn't change very much from any other numbers. What matters is that it's fixed, but there is also a practicality aspect to it, right? Because when people use BTC, for instance, and they want to do money transfer or whatever, very often they have to send like 0.00657 BTC or something like that, right? Because common price, like, 1 BTC is 20K in dollars. And so if you buy something that is $10 or something, you're going to have like 0.000 something BTC to send. And that's not very convenient. We're not used to speak in those terms, whereas we are more used to manipulate larger numbers. And so when we switched to eCash, at some point we decided to change the denomination and move the comma to the right so that the numbers are, easier to manipulate on a day-to-day basis.
I'm quite interested. We know, a lot of teams, end up having to burn, some of these coins, when they have, quite big supply. And I've heard chatter on social media. Some moon boys are asking you to actually cut down your supply. Is that ever going to happen?
No, at least I'm not going to burn any of my coins. And, yes, people who burn their coins, they reduce the supply, and so they can create demand on the short term until supply and demand equilibrate again. But think about it, why are they burning the coin? Because they know that they are worthless, right? That's really what they are doing. People who burn their coins, they signal to you that they consider their coin worthless. So I would be very worried of investing in any coins for who the people, who are created the technology or whatever are burning them. That's a really bad idea. They're signaling you that they don't value anything that they've been built. So they want to create, PR event or stunts to get the attention of retail investor and dump on them. That's what they're trying to do.
Quite interesting, because we see a lot of teams actually burning coins at this time. But let's move on to, some market conversation now. Do you think we're close to the bottom in this market? Because, some would say there's still more pain ahead. We're seeing a couple of relief rallies, in this bear market. But do you think we're still far from the bottom, or are we kind of close?
My position is that we're going to go sideways up to the end of the year, and the bottom is, somewhere between now and the end of the year. It's very difficult to predict exactly, right? Because you don't know what company is going to go bust or, whatever. You would need to have the internal financial information for many companies that, most of us don't have. So it's very difficult to know if this is the bottom. But, if we look at price cycle, should expect the bottom to be between now and the end of the year. So right now, I think is a good time to accumulate. A lot of people are doing that. If you are looking, if you are looking at investing for, I'd say the long term, maybe 2 years, something like that, then right now is a good time to start accumulating.
Right. That's if you have money to buy the dip, I guess. Thank you so much, Amari. Always
yeah.
Talk to you.
In those times, it's it's a big question.
Yeah. All right, Amari. Thank you so much. Always great to talk to you.
Thank you.
All right, now let's flip on and see what's, okay, top 5 losers there. We see Quant there. It's down about 5.29%. It's Celsius. It's down about 4.32%. And we see that Link, Chainlink, I'm sure the Link army must be accumulating at some point now, but it's down about 3.22% at $7.73. And we see RSR back on the losers counter all over again. So now, that's how the market is looking today. Not so bad, but there's still fear.
Yeah, Amari says the bottom line is down there.
Yeah, so it's all about finding the bottom now. If you can find the bottom in any market, you'd be some kind of genius.
I hope there's a bulb that'll just come up to say, ding, this is the bottom.
This is the bottom. And we just go right in with all those traders.
All right, Ladi, thank you so much
You're welcome.
for analysis from the market.